Exercise is a very important part of metabolic health. The more we move our bodies, the more calories we burn. The more muscle mass we maintain, the faster our metabolism, and the more resistant we are to regaining any weight after our bariatric operations. Different types of exercise impact our bodies differently, and we want you to consider where your body is, where your body feels best, and what types of movement you enjoy doing. We do recommend at least 2 to 3 days a week of some strength training. My personal favorite is lifting weights. When we lift weight, whether it's our body weight, dumbbells, or some other form of resistance training, we build skeletal muscle. Your ability to build muscle and fuel your body appropriately so that your muscle can recover and grow is a really important part of your metabolism. Cardiovascular exercises, such as walking, hiking, cycling, running, or using various forms of exercise equipment to get your heart rate up, are also very beneficial for your body. Doing cardiovascular exercise in conjunction with strength training is a really important part to having a well-rounded body. Healthy heart, healthy muscles. We also recommend working in some form of flexibility. Now, some forms of exercises are very dynamic, where you're using flexibility, strength training, and cardiovascular activity all in one. Just experiment and keep your body moving so that you have the best possible result. Now, I'd like to take a minute and explain just how your body stores energy for our muscles to use. All carbohydrate that we consume is then stored in our muscles and in our liver as a form of glycogen. It's estimated that in a healthy person, within 24 hours, all of that glycogen is then used and burned up. So every time we exercise, our body goes into a state of carb burn, pulling on these stored forms of carbohydrate to then fuel our activity. All of these concepts also relate to how we sleep and how we fast, which we'll be talking about in future videos. So when you're thinking about, do I need extra fuel for this type of activity, it really depends on how long you're exercising for and how rigorous that activity is. You can measure how rigorous your activity is based on how high your heart rate gets and whether or not your breathing increases. If you feel really out of breath and you actually need to stop and slow down to catch your breath, that is high intensity. If it's conversational, but you still feel like you're moving and stretching or walking, that's low intensity. And medium intensity is somewhere in between. The longer your workout, the more you're going to need extra calories, hopefully from healthy carbohydrate sources, to fuel it. After weight training, you're going to need protein within the guidelines that Bonnie will teach you to fuel your muscles and help rebuild and repair them. One of my favorite devices and new technologies that I use in my life is called the Lumen. The Lumen is a metabolic flexibility tool. It's a breathing device. And what it does is it uses a technology called metabolic cart. This is an old nutritional technology that we used to use in the ICU to determine when somebody was sick, how many kind of calories did they need coming from fat, protein, or carbs so that we could help their recovery. Scientists have now put this technology into a device. You breathe into the device, and the device measures how much carbon dioxide you're breathing out. Depending on the carbon dioxide levels, it'll tell you on a level 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, 1 being fat burn, 5 being pure carb burn. I would like to demonstrate this for you right now. I open up the app, it's called Lumen, and I push this little breathing button. I'm just supposed to uncross my legs. And let's say I want to know, how do I best fuel my body for a high intensity workout? Let's say I want to do 45 minutes of HIIT about 30 minutes from now. I push the button on the app, I turn my device on, I sit comfortable, relaxed, get ready to breathe. It connects via Bluetooth, and now I breathe. I breathe out. And then what this app does is it tells me what metabolic state am I currently in. Now, for frame of reference, this app also tells you if you should be in a low carb day or in a higher carb day. And again, this is all contingent upon your activity level and when you tested whether you were in carb burn or fat burn first thing in the morning when you wake up. So it's appropriate to test yourself upon waking and then before and after workouts. And then the app also gives you clues into, do you need more carbohydrates today or less carbohydrates today to reach your metabolic fitness goals? Currently, I'm in a level 2. And what that means is that I'm presently in a state of fat burn. Go me. But what that means is that I probably need to have about 15 grams of added carbohydrates before going into a high intensity workout so that I have enough energy to work out at peak performance. Now, I've been using this app for 4 years and I love it. I love it so much. What's really fascinating is it also correlates to our stress response. It correlates to our sleep. And these are all facets of this Restart course that you're going to continue to learn about. Sleep and stress impact your metabolism significantly. Now, I'm also a mother, and I currently have a 2-year-old at home. That 2-year-old will sometimes wake me up in the middle of the night, need me. Sometimes I'm on call as a surgeon, so I'll get woken up at night. When my sleep is disrupted, no matter how many carbohydrates I ate the night before, no matter what time I stop fasting, I will wake up at a level 5. And that's a stress response. So you also need to hold awareness into, is this my stress response or is this my normal metabolic function? So knowing that I'm a level 2 right now, and knowing I want to go into a higher intensity workout 30 minutes from now, I would probably eat maybe half a banana and maybe a little bit of peanut butter or almond butter right before my workout so that I would have the appropriate amount of energy to fuel my workout.